Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining our Ladybug webinar. Many of you may know us from our history as Point Grey Research, but today we proudly operate as part of Teledyne Technologies. Teledyne brings together multiple groups dedicated to developing technologies that sense, transmit, and analyze data. Our innovative solutions are integrated into countless aspects of everyday life. We are everywhere you look. Our organization is structured into 4 primary groups: engineered systems, aerospace and defense electronics, instrumentation, and digital imaging. Our company, Teledyne FLIR Integrated Imaging Solutions, is part of the digital imaging group. Teledyne FLIR Integrated Imaging Solutions started as Point Grey Research in 1997. That means this business has been operating for over 25 years. You can see that this group has introduced a broad range of machine vision products during that time period. And if you look really closely under 2002, that was when the first Ladybug camera was introduced. Most recently, we launched the Ladybug 5 in 2018 and the Ladybug6 in 2023. This means that the Ladybug product line has been available for over 20 years. Here you can see our spherical camera family, Ladybug 5 on the left and Ladybug6 on the right side. Both models are currently available for purchase. And here you can see a side-by-side comparison of key technical specifications between the Ladybug 5 on the left and the Ladybug6 on the right. Notice the differences in camera resolution, protection rating, frame rate, camera size, weight, and the lower operating temperature range. Ladybug 5 is actually a robust and very good camera, but especially the 30 megapixel resolution in total started to be not sufficient for many applications. So increasing the resolution was our first purpose when we developed Ladybug6. There are many other improvements on Ladybug6 as well. When developing the Ladybug6 camera, our goal was to retain all the benefits of the Ladybug 5 while enhancing key features based on market and customer feedback. Since the resolution is more than doubled in Ladybug6, our maximum frame rate, FPS, has been 15. It's actually still a good frame per second speed and sufficient for many applications. In case higher FPS is required and the resolution is not the primary purpose, then Ladybug 5 could be a nice choice as a spherical camera. Both of our cameras are using global shutter lens and having the same robust and industrial design and manufacturing quality. Now let's dive into what's new with the Ladybug6, starting with JPEG 12 processing. The Ladybug 5 supports 8-bit processing with features like auto white balance, auto gain, black level setting, and gamma. But these features are not available for Ladybug 5 for 12-bit onboard processing. The Ladybug6 offers these features in 12-bit mode during onboard processing as well. We have also more than doubled the resolution from 30 megapixels to 72 megapixels and upgraded the protection rating to IP67. This means the camera can operate for up to 30 minutes underwater at a depth of 1 meter. Of course, this isn't a typical use case, but it demonstrates the robust design of the Ladybug6. We have improved GNSS support, global navigation satellite system support, now including not only US GPS, but also Baidu in China and Galileo in Europe. Regarding the USB connection, we have introduced the M12 industrial-grade X-coded connector with the Ladybug6, which I will show you in the next slides. Something else that you may not be familiar with is that the IAS group also implements its own USB 3 protocol. So what we did is we took all the updates from our other product families with respect to USB 3, and we ported them over and implemented in the firmware for Ladybug6. The GPIO card inside the camera has been redesigned as well for better signal integrity. Also, our SDK now supports the AV1 video codec, which is license-free and gaining broad support from many studios and hardware manufacturers. We also now support 8K video export at 15 frames per second. In summary, the enhancements in Ladybug6 focus on image quality, connectivity, and AV1 video output support. I would also like to share why our customers choose Ladybug cameras. They appreciate the robust industrial design built for moving platforms, capable of withstanding vibration, shock, extreme temperatures, and humidity in almost all weather conditions. Our cameras offer spatial accuracy within plus or minus 2 millimeters maximum error at a 10-meter distance, and our ability to integrate GPS signals ensures accurate location tracking. We provide a comprehensive SDK with well-documented technical references, sample code, an API, and an extensive library, all free and easily accessible from our website or forum. Our consistent manufacturing quality ensures that each camera, regardless of when it's purchased, maintains the same level of functionality and performance. We offer multi-year warranties and extended product life cycles. It's important for OEM customers who rely on long-term support. Finally, we deliver world-class customer support with teams across 3 time zones, ensuring 24-hour assistance. Briefly, we are proven in the field for long years, and it's important. Let's discuss the value of high resolution. Most of you are familiar with HD television or Full HD images. You can see a Full HD one on this slide. You are likely also familiar with 4K resolution, which doubles both the width and height of a Full HD image, resulting in 4 times the number of pixels per frame compared to Full HD. With 8K resolution, both the width and height are doubled again. This is giving you 4 times the width and height of a Full HD image, or 16 times the number of pixels per frame compared to Full HD. And on these slides, it's Ladybug6. It delivers 72 megapixels or 12K resolution, which is 6 times the width and 6 times the height of a full HD image. The Ladybug6 can capture this at 15 frames per second. This shows our engineering excellence in managing big amounts of data at such speeds using a 5 GHz USB 3 protocol. This image may look like a simple, beautiful blue sky, but it presents several challenges for an optical system like a camera. On a sunny day, the light source is inescapable and extremely bright, causing oversaturation of pixels near the sun. Despite this, you can still read the details of the car's license plate. You can also identify the balconies and windows of the apartment buildings, even though they are opposite the sun. The utility asset box on the right is also clearly visible, a common use case for mobile mapping with Ladybug6. This image was captured at full frame rate, 15 frames per second, while the vehicle was moving at 50 kilometers per hour. Now let's have a closer look at that utility asset box. Here's the difference between 30 megapixels, which we have captured on the left-hand side with Ladybug 5 Plus, and what you get from a 72 megapixel camera with Ladybug 6 on the right-hand side. With our eyes, we can quite clearly see the difference in resolution, quality, and the alphanumeric characters between the left side and right side. But remember, the target use case isn't always for human eye, but quite often it's about the ability to process image data at scale. So now we are talking about visual libraries, vision computer algorithms like optical character recognition. And so you can see on the right-hand side, for those characters of a certain size at a certain distance, you are going to have a much higher degree of confidence of capturing them accurately. With higher resolution, you can capture identifiers on distant objects, increasing the range and precision of data capture. Now let's go over the available models and part numbers for both Ladybug6 and Ladybug 5 Plus cameras. The top box shows the two camera color options for Ladybug6, black and red color. The third line refers to the development accessory kit for Ladybug6, which we highly recommend for anyone evaluating the camera or integrating it into a larger system for the first time. After evaluation, you can decide which specific parts you need and you can purchase them separately. The list of part numbers is available in here. And it's the same pattern for Ladybug 5 Plus. In the first two lines, you can see the color options, black and red. We also have the highly recommended Ladybug 5 Plus development accessory kit, and all the individual components are available to purchase separately. Here are the highlights about some of the key accessories. The USB 3 hub shown here is typically used to extend the length of the USB cable connected to the camera, which is useful when the Ladybug camera is mounted on top of a vehicle. The driver or operator can easily connect or disconnect the camera using a shorter cable inside the car after extending it with the USB 3 hub extender. On the right, you can see the new M12 X-coded connector for USB cable connection, which is IP67 rated. And also, it's more robust with the connection. Let's talk about some updates we released over the past year. In the first quarter of 2023, we began shipping the Ladybug6, along with new firmware and SDK. You can find details about the list of enhancements and also bug fixes in here. As you can see, we are listening to the market requirements and our customers to make their experience with our cameras better and more convenient. In Q3 last year, we introduced several enhancements and fixes to our SDK as well. These updates include improvements to the API, Ladybug Cup Pro, the Windows-based application of our SDK, and the Ladybug Recorder. You can find the release notes for firmware and SDK updates publicly available on our website. At the beginning of this year, we released another Ladybug SDK release. You can see the list of enhancements in here. One of the important update is about the higher resolution export by using our SDK. We have heard the questions from some customers and market if we can support higher resolution than 72 megapixel. We had this feature in our software development kit for many years, ability to export larger panoramic images. You can now select 16K by 8K image export from our SDK, which is 134 megapixel. I will explain it more in the next slide. There are more details in this slide about the SDK updates. Note on 134 megapixel panorama is important. The Ladybug spherical imaging camera has a total sensor size of 72 megapixel. However, the internal lens distortion correction and panorama generation steps in the Ladybug SDK perform resampling and interpolation, which allows the generation of larger panoramas than what is capable from the physical sensor size. There is no change to the actual incoming data from the image sensors, but the resampling and interpolation steps may provide higher quality when outputting at a resolution greater than the physical sensor resolution. The maximum pixel size of a panorama generated in this manner is 134 megapixel. This is what we would like to share with you about the general overview of the Ladybug cameras and also updates on our spherical camera portfolio. We will be at Intergeo this year in Stuttgart, Germany between September 24th and 26th. If you are attending, we would love for you to visit our booth to see live demo of the Ladybug6, Ladybug5 Plus camera and other accessories. You will also have the opportunity to meet with our sales team and our senior product manager, Mike Lee. Now we can transition to our live Q&A for your questions. And please note that you can reach out to our sales or support from the contact details in this slide. Now we will wait for your questions. You can submit them from the Q&A button on Zoom or from the chat.